Hey everybody, this is Steve Warshaw from RecordPriceBreakout.com, and today I'm excited to announce a new tool that I've created that shows you exactly when to buy when using my record price breakout stock screen. And if you haven't seen the video on YouTube, many of you have, I will include a link to that video at the end of this video. Anyhow, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the new tool. Okay, here we are, and most of you are already familiar with my uh, exit strategy tool, but what you aren't familiar with is this new button that says Trade Inspector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the Trade Inspector, and what that does is bring up this new window. And this is essentially how it works. I'm going to pick a random stock. Today, General Mills made some news, so I'm going to put in the symbol for General Mills. And what that's going to do is give us an opportunity to verify if General Mills is a record price breakout valid stock. The next thing we're going to do is I've created this list of patterns. And this is not obviously a complete list for bullish trades, but it's a pretty good list. And part of our strategy, of course, is to pick breakouts that are also a part of a pattern. So let's say you think that the stock is a bullish flag. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on bullish flag, and what that's going to do is bring up a browser window that explains exactly what a bullish flag is. And I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here is the Internet Explorer window, and it tells you everything you need to know about bullish flags. It tells you what the description is, gives you a little bit of a picture, tells you what characteristics are important in a bullish flag, and criteria that support that it is truly a bullish flag, and things to look for that might be a head fake or something that looks like a bullish flag but really isn't. Okay, so you're going to read all that. You're going to say, okay, the stock that I picked does meet that pattern. You're going to click this checkbox button that says pattern validated. Then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the help me decide button. Okay, so after hitting the button, this is what we get. For what you see here is three different boxes. Under the valuation ratios, you have green, which is, of course, go, which means that the company is valued at less value than the industry. Then you have volume. And remember that for it to be a record price breakout, we want at least 150% of the 13-week moving average of volume. Obviously today, General Mills stock actually traded less than the average volume. So now you have a red square. Then of course, based on your pattern validation, you have a green or a red square. So based on this, you got two green and one red, of course volume being very, very important on this. I would say that General Mills is not a record price breakout stock. So let's go through and pick one that is a record price breakout stock using the strategy. Alright, here I am at ClearStation, the website that I use to help screen for record price breakout stocks. I'm going to click on Tag and Bag. I'm going to go down here to Technical Events. And then down here under record price breakout stocks, I'm going to select stocks. Usually what you could do is you could do all, but today I'm just going to pick the New York Stock Exchange just to make the list a little bit shorter. Okay, so now typically what we'd have to do is we'd have to look through each one of these. You would have to see what the increase in volume was. You'd have to check all the PE ratios and all those kind of things. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one. Let's go ahead and pick DKS. This is a record price breakout stock as part of the screen, and we're going to go see if this counts as a good trade for a record price breakout stock. So I'm going to bring back up the tool, and I'm going to type in DKS into the tool. So here we go, DKS. Okay, now mind you, I haven't even looked at the pattern yet. So I'm going to uncheck this box, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Help Me Decide. And in a second or two, it's going to pull up all of the ratios for the stock, and you can see, indeed, in valuation, it is much lower than the industry as far as price to earnings ratio. You do have a volume spike, but it is not 50% greater than the 13-week average, so you already have a red square here. This is one where it might be yellow, and I might actually add that functionality. But in any case, you do have a little bit of a spike in volume, and of course you haven't validated your pattern. So let's just assume that maybe that this breakout is an ascending continuation triangle. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to bring up the browser window and tell you what an ascending continuation triangle looks like. And then what we're going to do is just, for the sake of argument, pretend that this is an ascending continuation triangle, which, by the way, if you go ahead and look at the browser window for my tool, tells you exactly what an ascending continuation triangle looks like. Okay, we're going to close that, we're going to pretend that it is, and we're going to hit it again. Alright, so now you have two green squares, and this really should be yellow. It is a volume increase, but it is not 50% greater than the normal volume. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at is profit targets. Now, I'm in the process, because this is obviously not released software just yet, but I'm in the process of actually creating profit targets based on the pattern that you identify in the chart. And then obviously here I've also, based on the price to earnings multiple for the industry, put the price target for the stock. So right now, DKS is $23.41. If you take that and compare it to the rest of the industry, it should be valued at $66. So clearly DKS is way undervalued and is hitting itself at an all-time high. This stock is almost what I would consider a record price breakout stock. You know, it's showing negative earnings per share, which means the company still isn't profitable. And so, based on your risk tolerance, you could open this trade or not open this trade. So I hope you can see the value of this tool and how fast that it shows you whether or not a stock meets the criteria for a record price breakout stock. And when combined with, of course, I'm going to go ahead and close this window, with the profitable exit strategy tool, which is already built in, this tool can help you trade very profitably. So this is Steve Warshaw from recordpricebreakout.com, the Trade Detective, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Take care.